right, Coach. Difficult game against Towson. Give us a brief recap of how it went.
Well, anytime you lose 49-7, it's not good. But you know, it was a weird contest in that. In the first half, we were very competitive. We had an opportunity to go in at the end of the half and make it 21-14. Instead, we wind up getting a pass intercepted. They bring it back 90 yards, and now all of a sudden it's 28-7. So it was kind of like one of those games. Towson's a very talented team. We knew that going in, and they were able to make us pay dearly for every mistake that we made.
All right, and then having said, you like the mental aspect, the approach of where your team is at, even though it was a difficult loss here in week 2?
Completely different feel this week as compared to last. You know, our team came out and had emotion, played with intensity, had a great preparation week. You know, I was pleased with that part of it. We're still not executing consistently like we need to, and we need to start making big plays of our own. And we're very, very close in many cases. We're just not pulling the trigger or completing the job. So, but the way the guys are working, I'm pretty confident that that'll start happening very soon. And you know, the attitude and the enthusiasm is there to get it done.
All right, brief update at the quarterback position. Stephen Elder's still out with an injury there. Can you kind of update his status?
It's going to be a day-to-day thing all this week. He was cleared yesterday to start practicing, but he's not full go yet today. I think it's going to be an evaluation today before they make that final determination tomorrow if they will clear him full go. But he has been doing some light workouts, and he's in much better shape than he was last week. He has some kind of foot sprain. You know, it was very swollen last week. So once the swelling was gone, they were able to evaluate that, and he's much better this week.
All right, so safe to say we can expect more from Ryan Loughlin this week, coming off the arm injury in preseason camp. So, you know, what did you like about the way he executed, and what can he still improve upon?
He did a lot of good things, but you know, he's still not 100. He still wasn't 100% last week. He was close to it. I think he will be 100% this week, and he has a game under his belt now, and he has an extra week of practice. So he missed some time. We shut him down as a preventative measure in the preseason, and so he's just coming back to full speed at this point. So I expect him to improve and get into the kind of rhythm that he was in at the end of last year.
Turn the page to Central Connecticut this week. Go down there. Another Northeastern Conference opponent, as you touched upon, coming off a wild game against Lehigh. What do you expect out of them?
I'll tell you what, the first thing that hits you is they can run the football. They have two very good backs. Their starter is one of the better kids that we'll see this year in my estimation. Not quite the level of a Terrence West, but I would say not far off. He's just a different kind of back. They do a very good job. They're well coached offensively. The running back gets in phase with the offensive line and makes tremendous cuts. He's a very quick, he's a kind of a scat back kind of runner who can really make some great jump cuts and get it done. But they're very capable of throwing the ball. They have a couple of very big and capable receivers. On defense, I'm really impressed with how aggressive they play. They really try to limit you. They kind of squash you, by playing their secondary up tight. And they're really trying to shut down the run game and reroute pass routes, before they get going. So they play an aggressive style of defense, and it was very effective for 3.5 quarters against Lehigh. They gave up a couple of big plays. Otherwise, they would have came away with a big win.
Talk about where you are in this point in the season. Every game is critical and important. We understand that, but you're coming off 2 straight losses. Now you got to go down there, and then you got to come back for what has become the annual night game here. So where are you guys at in your season?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to get on the winning track. The attitude has been very good. I don't see our players or coaches being discouraged at all, which is a good thing. But it's nice to get the win, to get rewarded for all that effort and all that time and all the things that you're doing, putting into this operation. And it's just a mental thing. You get that win, it kind of gets the monkey off your back. But we're not going to have any easy games. So this certainly isn't going to be an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. Central Connecticut is not as highly ranked as Towson, but that doesn't mean that they aren't a really good program, and they are. I mean, I've been really impressed. They're 0-2 right now, coming off 2 losses to 2 outstanding programs. So, I think some people might be looking at it as an easy game. We're certainly not looking at it that way. We've been real impressed, and our players are going to see on film that they're a good team. But it'd be nice to go down there, get a first win, just a good shot in the arm to move forward this year.
Okay, it's kind of short notice and getting you up here, but is there any players on your team right now you've been really pleased with? Shining stars that have kind of stuck out for you? You know, wow, he made a great play or has been consistent through the first 2 games.
Yeah, we've had several guys that have been doing a lot of good things. You know, our receiving core at times has been really good. Mike Fess, you know, has made some outstanding catches. Our kicking game has been good. You know, we had a little bit of struggle the first game, but John McCumber's been punting very well. His kickoffs have been really, really good the last, you know, the last 2 games. So I think we're really strong in that department as well. And you know, we have a couple of guys on defense that are really stepping it up. Matt Baya in the secondary has done very well for us. Up front, Gary Aqua has been playing very well. Roman Sandoval and Tyler Zioli at the linebacker spots. Those guys have really picked up their games, and you know, I expect them to lead a resurgent defense this year.